7 this evening here, whilst I'll be talking away here for the last time pretty much, or the last evening before we head back to Suffolk. All being well, I'm praying to God, of course, tomorrow, due to all the travels that I have to do to get back into Suffolk. But yeah, let's pray and hope to God that very thing does happen. Hello, Pinky, and welcome to the channel tonight. Let's hope that we have more people tuning in, and it is, or as it is, I can't get my words out. Let's start again, shall I? Start from the very beginning of this, of course, stay, and do an extended stay, perhaps. But no, seriously, I'll start till I finish. It is Nicolini Orange here for touring with us here for the last evening before we head back tomorrow, of course, to Suffolk. But we'd like to thank everybody here. Nikki Gibbs is in the chat here tonight. Hello to you. Can you all hear me, by the way? I'm using this microphone, which, of course, is a phone here that I'm using right now, and it's connected to the iPhone 7. I'm using actually an iPhone 7, and two moderators, maybe some other people are watching in today or tonight, as it is, of course, Monday the 19th of June 2023. I'd like to thank everybody, including, of course, the people that have let us stay over the course of the 4 or so days that have been absolutely brilliant, as per usual. We will be back, of course, in August from this very building itself. And yeah, perhaps we'll do a different kind of live next time, but of course it has been very extraordinary. The temperature here is 20 degrees here in the Norfolk coastline of Great Yarmouth. Well, actually, it reads it on my phone here in reverse order there, 20 degrees. And that is your full proof there. You spent a lot of money. Indeed, I have. Last time, I actually spent a lot of money a month ago because I went to Clacton, and boy, it was very, very expensive trip. But it was well worth it in the end. We couldn't do a lot. We stayed overnight at a Premier Inn. There is videos on the channel for that if you haven't already seen it. Split up towards the time, you know, that we're going through now, and to make more of this video in the future here. Spending is bad. People need to budget. Absolutely. We've been doing that. Don't you worry about that. We've had enough to get us by. So that is all that matters. I won't go into private issues, but of course, yes, I've been really, really overwhelmed by so much support over the past few days, which have been absolutely immensely brilliant. Of course, I always give a shout out to the Majestic, which is the new 2021 amusements, which is down at Marine Parade, down the road where I am right now. And thank you all for coming to tune in to us. Hopefully you'll see us back in Suffolk as well. It's a relaxing show that happens on occasions, and of course it's live through your, of course, watching eyes and ears at the same time. And also, of course, it's a chance for you to request a song if you have one in mind. It's basically classical music, but, of course, there is a but in that. Of course, there is other music that he adds ad-lib sort of basis. And, of course, Connect 650, which, of course, he does demo. Giuliani Krabby, which is the current name for, of course, the stage name here. He's gone out to get some last final fish and chips here. Well, they cost about £8.80 in total. That's including the fish and chips down at the seafront of Fish and Chips now, I think. It's still open, and, of course, it's, as usual, the freshest fish that you could possibly sort of buy. The other thing that I did today, I just want to go on to that. It's very important that I mention this. I actually ventured down to, of course, the community radio here, which is called Harbour Radio of Great Yarmouth. I don't know how I'm going to get on with, of course, them offering a show, but of course, I did mention kind of touring with us. I gave that a little bit of a mention, and I stuck my head through the door. I didn't actually peek my head through the cat flap or anything like that. They did offer me a tea as a nice warm welcome. Where else does that? There might be other stations that do that, but did with a cup of tea these days. But we weren't here for the cup of tea. But of course, that wasn't the main important. Is or maybe not familiar because I did actually put this down on the application form. That's why I love doing application forms for radio because it's something that I really want to do. It's more like the real world to me, that kind of thing. But of course, I was on a former radio station by the name of All Request Radio, which is based in Great Yarmouth. So yeah, it's really really fascinating that I was just walking into the door and they offered me a application. You know, it's only volunteering, but like I say, all of those people that work on 107.4 FM as well as online, so you can actually listen to them on your phones as well to hear what kind of shows they do. I did have an glimpse of studios. Well, they've only got one small studio basically, and I've got a video coming up on the channel regarding, of course, the outside of me just about to enter the building, and of course, my outcome. You find out what the outcome of what I experienced on that day. Time. So, if you want to know more details, go and watch the video and find a lovely, exciting day. So it was really exciting, and of course, I've got a latest machine. Don't just got it up on the screen here, and I will show you that proof right now. There we go. You've got the game on there. I've got a bit of subtitles, but was it offside? I don't know. Yeah, it's on Channel 4 if anyone wants to watch it in full. I think it's Marcus Rashford got the goal there, or someone like that. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, looks like a fabulous goal. Whoever scored it. No, it's Saka, I think, got the goal. Wow. Yes, it looks like Saka got the goal for England on the second account here. There you go. North Macedonia is now called. Saka on the 33rd minute. So anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I do hope that you have a nice, pleasant, summery feel evening. It is kind of sunny here. I just want to show you that now. See, there you go. You get the sea view from here. Can you see all that? You can see how wonderful the weather looks as it heads towards the evening this evening. The bed is made nicely here. I got my milks here, my tea and coffee here. This is Julian's bedroom here. I'll just quickly show you here what his bedroom has been like. I'm going to have a nose here. This is his TV. He does have a remote control. He's got all these 2Ps to put away. He should have used my NatWest machine there. So that's the England game on there. That's the remote control, which has been given to us this time. And you've got a fan. Yeah, you've got a New England fan. And it is on, actually, cooling us down. So, yeah, the bed was made earlier. That's the wardrobe here. Get an extra chair with it. And that's the chair that I've been sitting on. And my actual camera stand is packed away now, but of course it was standing up here yesterday. So I've used an extension lead here, which is plugged into that. I will be plugging that away later off. In actual fact, I'll be taking the plug out, and you can see the back of the television here, where we've had to kind of like wiggle with the reception here because it was a little bit on the dippy side over the weekend, but it was quite interesting, to say the least. That, of course, all of the signal has come back to us over the last few days, like Sunday and Monday, that kind of thing. But I would say this now, um, it wasn't great pictures from Friday to Saturday. So we had a little bit of an issue with that. So maybe, of course, everyone was cramming in, of course, overloading the signal of the TVs. But we did manage to get GB News, Talk TV, and various other channels as well. So I've got my extra milk here. Normally you'll get, of course, some extra milks like these here. Some people take them home actually, but of course some people leave them here. And you got your coffee here. I'll probably have a coffee in just a moment. Of course, your sugar is here if you need it. Your tea is there. And of course, yeah, you might want to take your tea home as well as a special gift, a special thank you from the B&B. But these are the 2 cups that they wash every day. Okay, that's the tray it goes on. And of course, you've got your kettle here, which is of course the kettle here. So anyway, I'm walking through here. Apparently we're still live here. This is the main door here. This is the bathroom here. Of course, we've got some toilet roll here, and it's nearly used up already. Of course, you've got your main toilet here. It does flush by the side of it here when you just go like this, and it flushes just like that. I had to get rid of a load of stuff here, but of course it is kind of working. So yeah, you've got your window open here, and these are your taps as usual. These are sort of toothpaste and brushes that we've brought with us, and some soap here which you can use for your shower, and your towels here. And it actually says help the environment. That sticker has been there since the hotel first come here, because it used to be a hotel before a B&B. If you require fresh towels, please leave dirty towels in the bath or shower for collection. Many thanks. I think the rules still apply. My feet are getting wet here because that's where I've been having my shower here. Of course, if you turn it to the left, of course, that's where you'll get the hot water. If you turn it to the right, of course, you'll get your cold water. And if you turn it into the middle, you'll get it in the middle. But, of course, how do we get warm shower in the shower that we are in? How do we get that? Well, of course, the simple answer is, if you're getting a cold shower, especially in the winter time, then I suggest you turn on the hot tap, which is that tap just there. Leave it running for at least 2 minutes, and then this shower should actually warm up. So if you are getting cold, we do suggest you, of course, use the tap to run it for at least 2 minutes or so. Then it should actually run by normal, the shower itself. So running the hot tap will actually make sure you get some hot water, just in case you think the hot water has run out. I don't know what this thing here is. I've always wondered about that. Looks like it used to be like a soap dispenser or something. Let me know in the comments what you think that might be. And you got your radiators just here. Your switch for the light is here, and the light switches on like that. There is a light switch there, it does work, and a mirror to go along with it. And the cracks you can hear in the background, of course, are the flooring here. So yeah, there you go. I'm giving you a wave here. My trousers are falling down, by the way. Anyway, I'm going to come out of this area here. One thing I will miss is the door shutting on its own. And don't forget, of course, the wind will blow the door open and shut, but make sure you shut the door before you come in, because it will shut on its own otherwise. This is the fire brigade notice here. Do not attack the fire unless you have been trained to do so. Leave by the nearest safest exit and do not stop to call personally. Well, can I just read that again? Leave by the nearest safe exit. Do not stop to collect personal belongings. Of course, main assembly point is the main lounge. Do not use the lift. I presume this place used to have a lift. Okay. Yeah, and that notice is still up there. Amazing. Do not run. There you go. So I presume this place used to be owned by somebody else here. And of course, yes, that's where I've been doing my shows mostly. And I've just got to pack my bags here before I go here. There is a bin down here that you probably will fill up, most likely, and some chest of drawers, which of course I need to neaten up. I need to neaten up in just a moment. Apparently the signal is not great over here, so I would actually have to neaten these drawers up in just a moment here. I've got some pennies for touring with us. By the way, if anybody wants to, of course, contribute to touring with us, feel free to do so. I'll just switch over the camera in just a second. Bear with me. I believe the signal is not great on the iPhone. Maybe it's the iPhone. Oh, Julian's back in time here for the fish and chips, and it's 2-0 and it's 3-0 to England now. Of course, Rashford on the 45th minute here for England, who is playing North Macedonia tonight on Channel 4. But anyway, never mind that for now. You know, it's only a qualifying match here. Of course, we played Malta the other day and we got a staggering score of 4-0. We're doing the same thing again. And we have not lost yet since we've been to Great Yarmouth. But, of course, if I change my team to Southampton FC, which is my own team, we have not had a good record since I've been here. So that is probably why we got, you know, promoted to the Championship, if you call it promoted, or actually relegated in some sort of terms. But anyway, hopefully we'll bounce back into the Premiership, but of course I don't think we want to go back into this horrible Premiership as it is these days. But anyway, we won't go into the politics of that. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that point here. I want to thank everybody that has tuned in, including the moderators that have tuned in. Oh, the box looks a bit different tonight. I'm going to show you that before I go, because people haven't seen it very much. I haven't really shown much of the fish and chips here. Oh, I've dropped it on the floor, some of them anyway. I don't know if you can see it from here, but of course I'm going to flip the camera on so you get an idea. There it is. That's the type of fish it is here. I'm actually going to put it on here so you can see it a little bit better, and you can see the crispy bit of the fish here. Thank you very much for the thumbs up, really means a lot. You can see how fresh it is. Look at that. Wow, that is just amazing. Who wants a piece of that, eh? That is just, it's got that really good feel. Very warm as well. Oh, that taste is very good. Freshness, look. Regular cod and chips, probably about well, not 180, but 880, I think. Something on the lines of that. But I should be having those right now because you can see all the grease on it from the fish here. You've got the chips down below. You can see how good they look. Very yellowy, very sort of seaside feel. Just great, isn't it? You remember those old newspapers that they used to have for chips, you know, to wrap them round with? Now they're in boxes. They seem to be in boxes everywhere you go now. And it's a different box each day as well. So that's what it'll go in. That is the fish and chips. So if you want to buy that, that is included with the chips. I believe the chips is £2.10, is it? 2.40. Is it for regular? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would include the fish. So that would be £6.20, something like that, or maybe £6.40 the fish, and that would include the chips for £2.40, resulting in £8.80 for a portion of chips here. I'm going to use these knife and forks. Are they clean enough? I'll have to clean them in a minute. But anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for watching here. We're going to watch the second half of the England game in peace, hopefully. And, of course, yeah, I'm going to enjoy one of these. I do have a water, by the way. And, you know, I can fill this up anyway. But, yeah, it's the Cravendale Fresher Lasting. It's £1.59 from Great Yarmouth, which is the Shell garage, which is actually open 24 hours, like the Esso in Haverhill, Suffolk. Yeah, cools me down a little bit, but anyway, that is another thing altogether, and I'm probably going to have some ketchup with it as well. I've still got this water to drink here. It's got a bit of lemon in it, yes. The thing is, it tastes to me like a flat version of lemonade on that sense. But yeah, anyway, before my throat gets a bit dry, I'm going to say goodbye to you all. I want to eat these fish and chips nice and fresh and warm, as it's very, very good to eat warm stuff and drink warm stuff on a hot day. That is recommended as well. I've seen that on Talk TV. They've been discussing about heat on that sort of channel, as well as GB News as well. Yeah, I find very much that those channels are very diverse. You know, they've got sort of both sides of the spectrum. That's what I feel on those channels as well. We need to get back to that sort of feeling. So 25 minutes gone on the clock here. We should say goodbye now, and of course I would say it's 41 minutes past 8 PM UK time. If you're watching live, if you're watching on replay, it'll be a different time, and wherever you may be. Right now, enjoy and make the most of the warm weather as it is. It's apparently going to be warm on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that kind of thing. But we might just get a rumble and thunder, but hopefully it won't affect too much of the travel as well. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for tuning in from the iPhone 7. We'll say ta-ta for now. Say bye, Julian. Bye, bye, everyone. Yeah, I think he's got something in his mouth. So, yeah, he can't multitask, eat and talk at the same time. A bit like me sometimes. But anyway, thank you very much, and God bless you all, and stay safe, and cheerio.